Good morning, everybody. I am here with some of my beautiful fortune teller teacups. So, I don't have any visitors here yet, so I'm hoping that some people will say hello. Hang on, let me just go into Do Not Disturbs because I don't want the phone going crazy. And there we have it. So, I have here some of teacups that are actually from my own personal collection that are for sale. There's a couple of them, and I thought I would show you because I've got teacups galore. It's ridiculous. So good morning, Kez. Lovely to see you. Long time no see, hey. So I've got these lovely fortune teller teacups, and I thought I'm just going to do at random. I'll grab a few people, and it's no questions. It will be a week ahead, and I'm using the fortune teller teacups just to have a look at the week ahead. So let me just see. There's not many people here today. Good morning, Rose. Amal, lovely to see you, darling. So, and if you're just joining me, hi, Connie. So if you're just joining me, I am using my fortune teller teacups, and I'll just grab people at random wherever I can. No questions. We're doing just these as a cup for the week ahead. So you don't mind? No, Connie, well, we're going to grab you. So this here, I'm showing you, this is a lovely pink one. And that, see, there's the saucer. And these cups I have, some of them I have on the Etsy store and some I don't. Hello, Elaine and Felicia, hi to see you. And so some of these cups are actually from my own personal collection. I've actually put rubber down today because I am the queen of spilling tea. So I thought, Karen, you don't need to do any more washing. So I'm using fortune teller teacups, and I'm just doing week ahead. Now look at this one. This is beauty. I've got one of these in my own personal collection. These are very rare. They are an old cup, and see how you can see them 3D, and it's covered in roses. Yeah, so it's very unusual, and there is one only. So let's have a look. I'm just going to be draining these so we can then get good to go. So this here is a beautiful blue. Hang on, I'll just get serviette. This one here is a beautiful blue, and it's what is called lusterware. And lusterware has this sheen a bit like mother of pearl. And I'll just tip and drain this, and then we can have a look at the week ahead. I'll just show you briefly while that's draining. This is lusterware, and I don't know if you can see it, but when you hold these, you can just see there, when you hold lusterware, it's very, very thin china, and it's almost transparent. It's beautiful. And this one, this is Luster Lovely Pink. This is sort of like a little bit of a Japanese influence, I think, or Asian influence, and that's a lovely pink. And this has got an unusual foot on this, so just drain it. Whoops, hang on, I'll try and get in frame. See, this one, the foot is straight, so it gives you that lovely oriental feel. And because most footed cups, they flare out, but that one is straight. And if you like polka dots, I'm just draining these ready, and then I'll be grabbing people at random. So reading teacups is very messy when you do it live. Oh, and by the way, I'm actually in my pajamas because it is a lovely Sunday morning, and it's lazy Sunday. And I'm thinking, should I get dressed just yet? And it's like, nah, pass. So hi Tanya, lovely to see you too, darling. So this here is the lovely big pink polka dots. I love a bit of polka dots. Now, where do I start with? Okay, I will be grabbing at random, and where's my knitting needle? But I have Mum's knitting needles to point to. Hi, Nancy. Lovely to see you too, darling. So, no questions. I'm just grabbing people at random and doing just a week ahead. There's not many of you, which is fine, so we'll try and get there. Mama T, that's Andrea. You didn't share on the heading for reading. It is actually scrolling across the bottom, Andrea. So it mustn't be scrolling across the bottom in Facebook. I think it does on some pages, but I think it doesn't on some others. So, hi Maria, you've just joined us. We're doing Week Ahead Fortune Teller Teacups. And if you are interested in one of these teacups, please email me at info at teawithkaren. That's TEAWITH, Karen, KARIN.com. So, hang on, I'm being told off here by, she's telling me off. Andrea, if you're listening, I have it scrolling across, and I've got a feeling it's not scrolling across in some of the pages because this is running across 3 different mediums at the moment. So I'm in YouTube, which does YouTube Live. And then there's Facebook, the Tea with Karen page. There's also a reading group. If you're on my Tea with Karen page or this channel, please share it and we can then look at a question reading for you. But generally, we're only getting a week ahead. So let me just grab somebody at random. I'm going to put here, Connie, Saturday evening in Arizona. You're in a beautiful spot there. Myself and Saula Groves was in Arizona last year. We actually went down to Sedona. So what is the week ahead? Now, you've got house, and the way we read these, I'll explain it. Fortune teller teacups have the symbols already printed in them, and there is 32 major tea leaf reading symbols. And for the novice or person who doesn't read tea leaves, they just read the symbol that the blobs of tea land on. And so you've got Connie here, tea on the house. I'm just putting your name up there. Oh, I'm in pink. There you go. So matters of the house. So it would tell me family matters. Now I'll just grab these at the moment. You've actually got a hat on the horse, but I'll come to that. Oh, hat on the rider on the horse. Tiny little bit of tea here touching the base of the lily. And a little bit down the very bottom here touching the base of the mountain. When I see cups and they have flowers in them or leaves or whatever, I actually read that as a symbol as well. And you've got a tiny little wee bit of tea sitting there on the flowers. So when we read a cup for the week, we're reading this as a whole. So there would tell me you've got some family matters that need to be dealt with. Mountain would tell me it can be something that's been trailing along for quite some time. Bit of a hurdle, so it does mean overcoming an obstacle that gets in your way. Have the maturity here to step up. Lily is about purity of heart, and it represents maturity as well. And there would tell me it's you that's actually being the mature one, taking the high road. A hat, I can't help it, it's a hat sitting on the horse, the rider on the horse. Hat is about protection. The horse here would tell me 2 things. Don't let these matters get out of control. Stand there, use the purity of your heart, take the high road of maturity in order to protect yourself, because horses are fast moving, but they are messengers. Now, a bit of tea here landing on the flower is actually really lovely because it tells me that there is joy and gratification in your heart, because flowers are about recognition. So whatever the hurdle is this week, you will get past it. But it's you that's taking the high road, maturity, and again, good results. So I hope that helps a wee bit. Now I'm just going to bundle all these up and I will just refill this cup. I'll just show you. This is a beautiful tea. And I don't think Wilma Wilson's here. I just want to show you in the ladle. No, it's not going to show you in the ladle. This tea is my, it's my black tea that I sell with the cups, and it is, it's got, it's like a roseberry type taste. It has little bits of rose petals, daisy petals. It's got a bit of a sweet blackberry taste. Sorry, I'm just rolling that round, ready for the next one. Okie dokie. So who else have we got here? I'm just grabbing at random. Oh, you're a Sagittarian, same as my husband. Linus is Sagittarian. Did you know it's often referred to as a Sagittarian, the amorous archer? So, ooh la la, Connie, what are you up to? So, hang on, I'm just having a mouthful of my own tea. Okay. Oh, you're in Arizona too, Bernice? Dominique Rivera, lovely to see you. The blue one is just gorgeous, isn't it? We are using these fortune teller teacups and we're doing just a week ahead. That's the only blue one. So I'm just going to put here Dominique Rivera. This is a lovely lusterware one. And yes, silly me, I thought it was listed, but I just checked and I don't. So if you want any one of these cups, just message me either through Etsy or Facebook or wherever you're seeing me. So, lusterware cup for Dominique. So, when we read a lusterware cup, or any of the fortune teller teacups, we're reading these as a whole for the week ahead. So I'll go through. You've got tea on the sun. That's nice. You actually got a little cross sitting right on top of the sun. It's not quite touching it, but a cross there. So something that is rising. It's interesting because cross often represents spirit, which would tell me happy spirits that are around you. We've got tea here on the tree. I'll just go through first. Little bird sitting on the anchor. A little bit here touching the dog's foot. It's not quite touching the moon. And down in the bottom here, we have a bit of tea on the mountain, a little bit on the coffin, and it looks like a duck actually sitting on the birch rod. And everyone sees the birch rod and thinks that it is a broom. It's birch rod means back in the olden days, if you were a naughty child and got the cane or the birch rod, you got whipped. So it's like a whip stick as such. A little duck there would tell me where you are feeling rather small, because duck is usually children or you're feeling like a child. There I'd look like that someone's trying to chastise you. So here you've got the coffin, and when I say a coffin, it means put this thing to bed or to end. So there, anyone giving you the challenge this week, put them in their place, or literally put them in their box. You've got here the mountain, which tells me, yes, can be a little bit on the difficult side. You've also got just sitting there between the mountain and the coffin is a little heart. And the heart is, again, about emotions and how you feel. And you've also got, it's actually good, it's covering the head of the snake. You've got a lot going on down here this week. So it would tell me there is some challenges, but don't let anyone undermine you. Put them literally in their box of where they belong. Don't allow the emotions to enter into that arena. Bird sitting on the anchor is good because it means stability, and bird is chatter, so it would tell me don't be afraid to open your mouth for your own stabilisation. And then right around here, we've got the tall tree, which is a tree of consonance or family, which tells me you've got families, and I can't help but think there is this happily someone in spirit that was close to your family. But it's actually quite lovely to see it on the sun because it tells me there's positivity coming from spirit for you this week. I hope that helps a little bit, and that's just how simple a fortune teller teacup is. Elizabeth, no questions needed. It is just a weekly read, and that's what I'm showing here. So hello, Elizabeth. So I will do, I'm just grabbing up and down. It's a bit like a chocolate wheel where I'm just grabbing anybody. So, and if you missed, we'll have to go next time. So who have we got here? Felicia. So silly me, I still forgot to write down your names. I've got an airhead, can you tell? So I've done Connie, I've done only done 2 cups now. Hang on. I just lost my name there. So let me just have there. Dominique. All right, Dominique. And I am about to grab a lady called Felicia Louise. Sorry, Felicia. I'm just writing down because I have a head like a sieve. And Andrea and Wilma and Lindsay, although Lindsay should be in bed, she's in the UK. They all know what I'm like. So does Lainey, my beautiful Elaine. Hang on, I'm just getting the tea back down in the cup. I use this. Look at this. It's this antique ladle. I just love it. So I'll just get that one. Actually, no, I'll do that in a minute. So, Felicia, I'm grabbing a pink spotty cup. So we're having a look at what is the week ahead for you. So let's go. All right. Okay. So we're having a look at what the tea lands on. You've got a little bit on the garden arch. Tiny wee bit. It's not quite touching the cloud. A little bit on the mountain. Just having a look. You got coins coming. When you see $3 or little specks like that, and particularly up on the rim there, tiny dots like that, we look at them in cups as coins, which tells me there's something to do with money or financial matters this week. So let me have a look. All right, so you haven't got a lot touching tea. You've only got a little bit here at the base of the mountain. So it's almost like you're looking at either a large project or something that is a bit of a struggle. It's at the base, so it would tell me keep moving upwards, don't move downwards. It's not a rock or a cliff to jump off. It's not there to crush you. Here you've got the garden arch, and garden arch often means where there's a bunch of people or people out in public. Tea above the lady here would be you, and it's like a door, which tells me there's something new that is coming. You will be quite happy about the good week that's coming, and I'd say you're happy is because you're overcoming an obstacle there. Don't doubt yourself. This is very much, it's close, but it's not on it. And there would tell me, though, don't have any self-doubts, because that's a ladle. And a ladle, like a soup ladle or even my little silver ladle, means you're very good at giving to everybody else, but why not giving to self? So money matters too, though, this week. Can't help but see that. When you see coins, they are money matters. Now, let me just get here. Hang on. I'm just pushing them down so they don't, new saucer. God, I have a mess, big mess. So just 2 seconds, because I've had my daughter screaming phone calls to ring me. So I'm just going to tell her I'm on a live feed. Okay, she'll be right. My own daughter, she is actually a very gifted tarot reader, and she doesn't do Facebook. She hates social media, and which is very unusual for a young person, and she's too busy. Yeah. So I'm just going to grab Rose Manduyano. I hope I've actually pronounced that okay, Rose, because I'm really bad at pronunciation. So what's the week ahead hold for you? Now I'm using a lovely little Japanese inspired cup, or Asian. Right. Okay. So now we see when we get tea, oh, you've got a huge big lot on top of the tree. You've also got there like a gigantic tick. Tree here, and that's a rose petal. It's yellow. Yellow is about positive energies. Now it's to do with because I read ribbons and colour energy. And yellow is about your life energy, which is like the fizz when you open up a soft drink or a bottle of Coke. And there would tell me the fizz is at the top of the tree. So it would tell me good things are happening around family matters this week for you. Tree is good for growth as well. Gigantic tick here would tell me something of approval. So it's like gaining approval here, something to do with the family. And we don't have a lot there. You've actually got here, I'll try and get this up as close as I can. You've got on the cloud, you've got a little person sitting down here, and then you've got a box this side. Cloud means doubt or diffused. It's a bit like, think of smokescreen. Sitting down here would tell me, don't sit back and hide. It would tell me there of a bit like get out of the comfort zone and look what is in front of you. Don't just keep looking through the smoke screen, because you're this side of the cloud and you've got the box this side of the cloud. And box actually means pleasant surprises are in store. And it's nice. It's like someone giving you a gift. It doesn't have to be the physical, but it can be something that is very pleasant for you. But you've got to get past the smoke screen. And that I can't help but see family matters, but good family matters that are coming. So let me just fill that cup again. Right, tea down. I have a whole bucket of tea beside me, and I'm just getting that ready. All right. So let me just have a look, and I'll just get this one ready. This is such, and I'm in pajamas, everyone, if you're wondering. I haven't got a teddy shirt on. It is Pajama Sunday. So, hang on, what have I got here? Oh, this one I was draining. So let me just have a look. This is a very unique set, and like I said, you can see the roses sticking up. It's actually all fine porcelain, this one. So I'm just putting in some tea. This tea smells divine. It's my beautiful black tea that I sell with teacups, and it is just divine. So let me just take you off there, Rose. Like I said, I'm just grabbing 7:40 p.m. in Arizona. Is Arizona time the same time as LA? So it's Saturday night for you guys. So Bernice, let's have a look at the week ahead for you. Guys, if you're looking at this through either YouTube or Facebook, can you please share the link, because we are doing a lot of these readings on a regular basis now, and I'd really love to see a lot more of you, and you can all join in on the fun. So share the actual link, and we can then look at perhaps a specific question. That's if I have time. Now, Bernice, I'm using this lovely pink teacup. This is made in Australia. This is Robert Gordon Pottery, who is an Australian potter. And this is a one only. All these cups that I'm using today, they are the only one. Although the rose in that one is... I've got a personal collection, and so I've got my own. So yes, somebody else. I'm just seeing there, Connie, Mum's estate. Oh gosh, that's had. My condolences to you too, darling. But dealing with that, I've gone through that a couple of times actually. My father and my father-in-law, and it was like, lucky me, Karen, you have to deal with it. So, Bernice, what's ahead for you for the week? Oh, it's not on the tea, but I can't help it when I see symbols so clear as this. You've actually got a lady, and when you look at those in spirit, because when you see big triangular, they are females, tiny wing here and the head there. That tells me, though, there's a lot of females in spirit around you. It's lovely to see what it sits in, because you've got heart and tree, which tells me somebody that was really dear to your heart, and either it's family or like a family member to you. And you've got the flowers, which tells me a beautiful person in spirit is still quite relevant to you. So, and as a weekly there, it's almost like sit with it, your senses, and see what it is that actually pops up to you, because I'd look at those and say somebody in spirit's given you messages. Lovely here, you've got the tiny little bird. It's like it's coming out of the chimney. Chimneys on houses. When you read a traditional teacup, if the chimney is straight, is a good zone. If the chimney is crooked, that's not so good. And if the chimney smoke is wiggly, really not so good. You've got, it's a house with straight chimney, but you've also got a little bird here, which still tells me lots of chatter in the home. I'm feeling sorry, I sound like I'm mad with those voices, because they would tell me there's communication coming through to you. What else do we have? It's not on, we haven't got anything down the bottom. It's interesting when we drain a cup too. These are just tidbits of information because I'm an old reader. When we drain a cup and we still see water drops like that fall in a cup, they are known as tears of the cup. And it doesn't always mean tears of sadness. It's about emotion, which tells me there is, yes, still a lot of emotion and things going on there. I'm even looking down here, your angel's 3D. There's a lady in spirit that's around with you, and it won't be surprising that you get some sort of communications. Listen to them carefully, and that's this week ahead. So let me just bundle. See why I put the rubber down? Because I'm really bad at messy tea. Hang on, I'm going to get a bin because I've just been putting these on a plate. And I'll need my bin and put these in. See how good I am at mess? It's really strange in our house. I am the chaos and Linus is the calm. And those that know me well really get with that, because I am extremely, I jump from one thing to another, and then I have too many things on the go all at once, and then I'm thinking, oh, I've got to do this. So I've got the attention span of a fish. So let me just take that off. And now I'm just having a go through here. They are beautiful sets, yes, and these are lovely. Like I said, there's a couple in here. These are all just one-offs. There's a couple in here that are my absolute faves. And before I went live, I was chatting to Andrea Jacob, who is one of the admins, and she helps try and keep me in order alongside Wilma Wilson and Lindsay Henderson, and the whole three of these beautiful ladies. They are the ones that actually run and manage most of my Facebook, because I don't have time. And even with the time, this is where I'm better off to just jump on and do short session lives, because I don't get so bored. So without these ladies, Tea with Karen would be nowhere near the popularity that it is today. And Andrea Jacob, she and I have been Facebook friends for God knows how long now. And Andrea was very much first on the scene when I launched my very first Tea-Leaf reading card deck. And I got a lot of, and sorry, just useless information, but tidbits of information. I got a hell of a lot of flack in the very early days, and everyone was, you can't see this as serious divination. Tea reading's not serious, and what are these cards? And I got poo-pooed in a very big way. but I wasn't going to let that stop me. And dear Andrea, she would come in and just about bring anybody down. And so this is where we've got it. This is the blue lusterware. This is a vintage, and it's a beautiful one. Let me just... Oh, hello, Elizabeth. Lovely to see you. At least you girls aren't in lockdown up there. Cynthia and Elizabeth are from Queensland, another state in Australia. And Victoria here, we are in awful lockdown. We're hoping we'll get some news later today about opening up our doors with a bit of luck. I've got Tanya Abel Phillips. Thank you so much, for sharing, and I am using the beautiful blue lusterware. This here is a vintage cup. Lusterware cups are vintage, so they do have little blemishes, I suppose. All my vintage cups, and I'll just explain this too, a lot of people don't know, I choose these with a pendulum, and they've got to be good energy, otherwise I wouldn't even give it a second look. And the vintage cups are like this, they are usually one only, and lusterware was something very popular back in the 50s and 60s, and in my personal stuff I actually have some sensational lusterware. Hang on, I'm coming to you, Tanya. But I have to show you all. It's just divine. This one's my own personal. Now look at that for a lusterware, and see how it's like mother of pearl inside that one. And yeah, I've got a few different lusterwares, but that's one of my favourites. And like I said, they are hard to find without having chips and breaks and so on. So Tanya, let me just go down the bottom. Now, Tanya, if you're watching me, I'm not sure, I'll wait the 10 seconds and I'll talk whatever. Can you ask a question because you have shared? And, oh, hi, Jess, lovely to see you, darling. I'm just trying to have a look, scroll through, but Tanya, if you can... yeah, it is stunning, isn't it, Elizabeth? If you can ask a question... Right, I'll just wait those few seconds and I'll just waffle on, which I'm very good at waffling on. These cups here, there is one only each of these. If you are wanting to buy, please email me on, hang on, I'm going to put it here. I think I can post a comment, and I'm going to go my email, info at teawithkaren.com, and I'm just going to put that in there. I think that goes up. Yep, that worked. So yeah, I know, Andrea, I know you've got your eyes on it. So let me just have a look. I'm trying to see if Tanya has a question there. Oh, about your week. No worries. We're using this stunning blue lusterware. If people ask me, why do I tap a cup? That's another question. When we... oh, shit, I know you would, Andrea. When we tap a cup, it's... teacup reading really goes on who's taught you, what customs are handed down through generations and so on. Some teacups will put a piece of jewellery, they'll put like a ring or a watch or a necklace on the base of the cup, because it can be all about what energy infusion connects. It's like looking at psychometry as well. My teachings and traditions was tap 3 times. It's like knocking on your front door and saying, hello, can I come in? I grew up as a child in Tasmania, which is a small state in Australia. It's a little island. And if someone knocked on your door, my mum's friends, we called aunties, they would knock on the door and you'd turn around, they'd be already in your door and halfway up the hallway, and they'd go, ooh, and that's just the way it was and how we grew up. So, Tanya, what's going on for the week? Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, you've got a lot of busyness happening here. So I'll start up around this way. We have tea on the anchor. You've got these scattered here, sort of between the scythe or the sickle, some people call it, between that and the dog. I'll come to those in a sec. Tiny wee bit of tea here sitting on the cross. I'll explain that sec. You've got a rose on the moon. Rose actually means mother symbols or mature female symbols. And a tiny wee bit here on the lion, and even a wee speck up here on the fish. So, starting here. You've even got a bit here on the baby rattle. When you see baby symbols like rattles, child, pacifiers, dummies, whatever you call them, they usually mean something small, but it usually is too what gives you new joy to the heart. So the week here would tell me something new that is coming for you. Here would tell me you're feeling very strong and stable and very grounded by it. And I'd say you need that there, because when I look at all this here, it would tell me you've come through some very difficult times recently. You've got tea here again covering the head of the snake. And when it covers the head in particular, there would tell me anyone who tries to speak ill of you, literally you are shutting them up when I see the tea over the head of the snake. So snake's the forked tongue being, and over the head of the snake, no one's forked tongue there. Expecting grandson, how gorgeous. Is he due this week? That's very interesting. Here you've got it's like a bird sitting at the base of the cross. Now, cross in many different symbols or symbolic divination, lots of people always see them as a problem. Yes, it does mean things that can be a little bit on the difficult side, but the cross is actually rising up out of the bird, which tells me good news is coming after a difficult time. The rose here on the moon is a light source, and rose there is, like I said, a symbol as a mother. So that's actually really lovely as a mother, and you're going to be a grandmother. The moon's beautiful because it means positive light will be on you. I'm not going to be surprised, and you're really going to have to let me know. I was going to say, if it's either a girl child, but also does the baby come at night? So, because rose is a female symbol, but straight sticks here would tell me a male child. So you've got either or. Yes, there can only be either or, but I'm not going to be surprised that there's female child coming in the night. So you have to let me know if you already know the sex. Again, bird on top of the garden arch. Lots of news that will be literally spread everywhere. You've got here, it's almost like a little mountain or a hill. It's not pointy, so a hill on the tip of the lion. Lion is your strength, your security, your stand your ground. The hill would tell me standing your ground over a bit of an obstacle. And I'd say that's where you are sitting down, shutting somebody up who may have too much to say. Not a bad cupped up, so not bad at all. Now, I have to find where I tacked on your name. Hang on. Where did I tap on you? Sorry. I've got to try and get the name off now, and it doesn't do it. I'll find you in a minute when I click on somebody else. Yeah, Andrea. I know Andrea loves that, but Andrea, you have too many cups. I'm just saying, you have too many. And I have something coming, probably about October, November. More likely November now, because we're nearly in October, and that will be leaked out when probably another week or so. We've got something good coming now. Anyone who's just joined me, Karen is in her teddy jammies, and it's a lazy Sunday. Oh, it's not morning anymore. My God. It's after 12 o'clock and I'm still in pajamas. So let me just grab somebody. Jessica Coffee. Thank you, darling. Let's have a look and see what's there for you. I'll just have a mouthful of my own tea. I have this gigantic mug of tea because I talk constantly and I get very dry. So let's have a look. What's the week for you, Jess? Oh, you haven't got nothing bad there, which is a good thing. So you haven't actually got much touching symbols, so I'm actually going to read the actual tea. Here, when you see little, it's actually funny, it's almost like a little child sitting down. The edge or the rim of the cup is the highest positivity. So a child there would tell me something new that is giving you some good delight this week is coming. This is interesting because you've got, it's like almost like a little tornado, but it is on the rim above the man's head, which tells me confused man needs to see a bit more light rather than the windstorm. And he needs to really look at some of the behaviour, because a tornado there, it's like a man who's cranky. It's a bit like the old saying, grumpy old man. And there would tell me grumpy male. Here is an eye, which tells me this man cannot see the good that is probably around him because he's got the grumpy here. So I'd say you are trying to calm the storm of a grumpy male. You also, though, still have a drop running around the bottom. That cup's been resting for a while. And like I said, water drops that run in a cup are emotions. This is nice to see a coin here and you've got here. I would have liked to seen the two of them closer together. There, when you see them so far apart, would tell me scattered money matters this week. So I'd say be careful what you do with money. And it's actually you, because you've also got the speck here underneath the lady. So it's like you control the money, but it is a little scattered this week. But the biggest bit of tea here is above the man's head, which tells me cranky male needs to see what's right in front of him, because I'd say he's struggling not to. So let me just get, hang on, like I said, I'm very good at messy. All right, more tea. I wish you could see my tea in better. Actually, I should show you in the tea what it looks like in out of the dry leaves. It's easier to see it then. I'll show you what I use. Everyone's asked me, it's a common question. People ask me what tea do I use. I'm coming back to you. I thought you might as well learn and show you bits of information. These are my lovely tea tins. And I use 3 main teas. Now, where can I tip that? Hang on, I'll get a spoon. No, I'll put it on serviette. So, this here is a standard black tea, and this one is my favourite drink, and it's called Assam. It's ASSAM. And Assam tea is a beautiful Indian tea, and I just make my tea with boiled water. Some of the customs throughout India is they actually boil this and add in all their spices and that, and it smells divine, and they put milk and so on with it. So it's this massive blend. But Assam tea is a standard black leaf tea. That's one of them. Right. My tin too, because when people come see me, I have a few different teas and they choose. It's really choose on fragrance. And this tea, this is a beautiful green tea. Now, green tea are a lot longer in their leaf length when you look at my finger near them. And this green is a beautiful, it's like a strawberry type taste, and it's again the green tea is what I sell with the cups as options, and it's really cheap actually. Out of one bag for $7 Australian, you get probably 60 to 80 cups, because as you can see how much tea you actually use, you don't use much. It's like a pinch. That there is a lot of tea, and I probably would only go half of that if I was going to put that in a cup. And the tea that I'm actually using here today is my black blend, and it has, I'm trying to get some of the leaves out so you can see. Yep, where are I? So you've got little bits of blue, which is cornflower, little bits of rose, and again this is a lovely black leaf tea. So it's nice, and that's got a lovely flavour to it. And that's the one I'm using now. Okie dokie. So I'll choose. Do I have rose? No, I'm going to go pink. Let's go pink. So let me just have a look. No, Elizabeth, seriously, the amount of tea. I'll just show you where to put that one. Is that it? That's my green. Green tea is a very big leaf. And if you are reading with a green tea, I would actually suggest use the back of the spoon and crush the tea up, because it's too big. And lots of green teas, all you're going to see in your cup is canoes, boats. I forgot to say too, these are new. These are my little gold spoons with a little crystal on the end. I think it's glass, or no, maybe plastic. I don't know. Hang on. Don't know. Anyway, they're little gold ones. With all my fortune teller teacups now, these little gold spoons go out as just a gift to you. So when doing your tea, seriously, that is all that you need. It's about 1/4 of a teaspoon, and that is way more than enough to read tea. So whether you're using the fortune teller teacups or not, it makes no difference. The tea doesn't have to be fresh, Connie. Dry leaves actually will sit on a shelf. They could last for years, and if it's just in a cool, dry place and not in the sun, tea doesn't really have an expiry date. So it's supposed to be a boy. How exciting. Oh, Andrea, yes. Elaine, how dare someone call you in the middle? Where are we? Yes. In the house, problems clear. Yes. Now let me just have a look. I'm just scrolling through, and Facebook user, I don't know, but that could be one of the girls, because I know it doesn't always display everybody there. And it's got their Facebook user, so it could be many people over there. So, Lisbeth, thank you, darling. Let's have a look for what's ahead for the week for you. You're in your pajamas too. It's like that, isn't it? It's a beautiful sunny day here, but I can't be bothered getting dressed. I will after, but just not yet. Oh, you've got some big bits of tea sitting in here. So, tiny little bit here on the street sign or the crossroads. People who read Lenormand cards or Lenormand know what that symbol means. I'll give you it here. Massive big piece on the garden arch. Oh, this is good. You've got a tiny wee bit here touching just the edge of the money tree. Big blob on the bird. I'm just going to move that so you can see my bird. Okay, there's the bird. Okay, there, you haven't got any other there. So, crossroads here would tell me some sort of decision to make. It's like one direction, look at the other. So I'd see a crossroads as looking at all options available to you. Don't just look at one. This is very interesting because I'm also seeing the actual symbols in the tea. You've got a cross here is like it's like land, and there's a tree growing in the land, and you've got a man. When you see the straighter structures like that, it's like there's a man standing looking at the tree. Now, tree there is to do with family, and it's interesting that there is a male there. You've also got the garden arch, which is involving or out and about with public and other people. Garden's nice. It's like a celebration with lots of good people. There's a man here, so it would tell me there's some sorts of gatherings or conversations. There's a male involved here, and it's to do with family matters. Now, I don't know if you have a male, a brother, I'm not sure if you've got a partner yet, or even an adult son or something, because there would tell me something where there's a few people gathered and it's about a man within the family. This is lovely to see a duck particularly on money, because ducks, like I said, mean birth of something new. It's like ducks, sheep are as well, baby symbols, and there would tell me new money. I like to see it on the money tree because it means something new that brings abundance to you. Here on the bird, you had a blob of tea, so it does mean, again, chatter, conversations. Birds in tea, 99% of the time, always bring good news. And the only time they don't is if that had like a sword on it, a bomb, a stick of dynamite, any type of weapon that can cause harm. But you don't have that there, so it tells me some good news is coming. Here, it's interesting because it's almost like you've got a little person and it's like jumping to a nest. Nest again tells me family. Little person here would tell me again, one of the children, something to do around family. You've got 3 specks close together, so it would tell me news around one of the children family where there is money concerned. Not bad. Not bad at all. So these here are not touching symbols, but I can't help. It's like a keyhole. And a keyhole means open the door. Don't just look through the cracks. So I hope that helps a wee bit, Elizabeth. So I'm just getting out all the tea. And I'll probably only do a few more because this is so messy and my back is killing me. So, not that one. Hang on. I'll go to pink. As you can tell, I have a lovely big mess. Elizabeth. Yeah. Sorry, I'll just take your name off screen. Yeah, they are beautiful, Teresa, and it's yeah, it's like, which one do we know? They're all beautiful. These are all just one onlys as well. So if you are interested in these, they do come with a gold spoon, and some of these I think may be in the Etsy store on a discount. I'd have to go and look. Isn't it terrible? I can't even remember what I have done myself. There's the scatterbrain Karen. So, Teresa. Hi. Sorry, having a mouthful. So I'm using pink spots. And what's for the week ahead for Teresa? So let me just go off there. Let's have a look. Okay, you've got a lot of tea in here too. I'm very heavy-handed. This is interesting. Even before I'm looking at the symbols, I can't help but look at that. There, it's like a goat on top of a mountain, and there's a wee flag. Hang on, I'll see if I can separate that to show you. No, it's not going to do it. I don't want to pull apart. Goat means resilience. A flag there would indicate to me achievements, which is really quite good to see. And you've got the ant, and it's just touching the foot of the ant. And ants mean put in all the hard effort, you receive the reward. And a goat there would tell me, yes, you've worked your butt off and you are finally seeing reward, which is nice. Bit of tea here on the tree. Like I said, tall tree. This cup has 2 trees. The tall tree is what they call the tree of consulates. It is usually connected to family, grounding and so on. And then the other tree has a little dollar sign hanging off it, which is the money tree. I know this sounds completely random, but do you actually play piano, or is there a female in your family that plays piano? Because what I'm seeing here is a piano, and you've got actually somebody here sitting at the piano, and it's on the rose, which tells me female. Pianos or music symbols actually mean peace and harmony. So that's actually a lovely one for the week, because there would tell me bloom and grow in your own womanhood, and where you are seeing the piano means beautiful peace and harmony this week. You've actually got a couple of people up here above it, so it's like, again, there is audience or other people participating with you this week. You got an A here under the man. Letters in cups just mean person, place, or thing. So an A there could be an Andrew. It's near the male, so it is a man. It could be an Andrew. It could be an Alistair. It just means there's an important male that will cross your path this week with the letter A. The alphabets all have energy as well. A lot of people don't know that, and I go through a lot of that I've got an online school. A lot of people don't know that, and I have a particular class in there that uses the alphabet and astrology mat, and so we do go very deep into all the explanations. But A there would tell me the energy is a man who can hold his own. It does usually mean some type of leadership. And I'd look at that and say, it's a man's man. So often very charismatic. You have here T on the lion. Lion is your strengths and courage. You've got the ant as your resilience, and there is your lion, which shows the strengths. This is lovely to see a bit of T on the clover because it means good, abundant things that are coming. And because this is a weekly cup, a lot of people don't realise clovers are timing symbols. And clover means, and when we're looking at the week, we'd go 3 to 4 petals means 3 to 4 days. So that's actually nice. And here you've also got T sitting on the sun, which means good joy. Again, cup that's been sitting for a while with a drop would still indicate to me dealing with some emotions. I don't want to wash it away and get it around there. You do have a little bit of T here on the birch rod and a weeny bit on the coffin. And these I look at behind the goat, because the goat here is what rules, and goat tells me you've overcome the issues in order to celebrate for yourself. So I hope that helps a wee bit. And the lucky last, I'm going to use the blue one. How long have I been talking? Oh, nearly an hour. God, Karen, you can talk. Clover petals, yes, it is. A lot of people don't realise clovers. And look, there's quite a few of you here are probably card readers or Lenormand. And clover, the whole history, and it's such a very topical, and I'll get some people probably argue this point with me. Lenormand symbols and cards are based on tea leaf reading symbols and coffee symbols, which is the art of tasseography or tasseomancy. And they have a basis. So Lenormand people see clover, yes, as good fortune and short-term luck and all these opportunities. But a lot of people don't realise that actually is a timing symbol. So your 3-4 petals is 3-4 months. So looking at options to change where I work. Wow. Early retirement, Lisbeth, how good would that be? Take a package and run. But you need to look at, it's probably time. You've worked so many hours, and I know you're a burn the midnight oil girl like myself. Looks like it's intimate. Andrea, get your mind out of the gutter. So, who else have we got here? Yes, it is a timing symbol. Thank you, Rose. Kay Mitchell, you're lucky last, Kay. So I'm using the beautiful Lusterware teacup. Like I said, this is a vintage. It is from the 50s or 60s, and they don't make these anymore. It is a one only. I'll show you once I just swirl and tip. Oops, I don't want to drop it. Okay, Lusterware, and this is a stunning blue. And I don't know if you can see, it's hard to there. You can just see the white speckles. It's almost translucent. And Lusterware is, again, beautiful fine bone china. And it is gorgeous. So, and like I said, that goes beautifully with the gold. A lot of people don't realise either, any gold that is on teacups is actually 24 karat gold, and they are coated. It isn't just, that's what gives them the shine. So what's the week ahead for Kay Mitchell? Let's have a look. Okay. You've got here a massive archway, which is like it's almost like a double door. Answer about hard work, putting in things, multiplying. Many hands make work light. The double door there would tell me all the hard work that you put in, you're actually finally seeing some changes. And the double door would tell me not just one opportunity, but two. Think of a door like you're watching Stargate or some science fiction movie and you see the ray of light around the edges of the door. That is door in its essence in T. And when I look at that, particularly double doors would tell me, look at what's right in front of you. Do not slam the door on opportunity's face. You've got here again the horse. It's at the foot of the horse, which horse means messenger, but horse is great speed and freedom. It's sitting on the front of the hoof on the horse, which tells me quick changes throughout the week. You've got here anchor. It's nice. It's actually the shape of a house, which tells me the comfort, the security that is around you is within your four walls, your home and family. So let me have a look. You got a wee bit. Hang on, I don't want to drop the cup. Let me try and get that tea drop out of the way. You've got a big cross through the snake. And snakes mean, again, the fork-tongued devil. What is it that keeps getting in your path? But you've actually got like a great big log of wood on top of the snake, which means shutting somebody down who may just try and undermine the conversations. You've got here 2 dots on the coffin. It's funny, they're like a pair of eyes. And coffin is closure, which tells me, yes, there's probably something that you do need to look at. But slam the lid, that's totally different. It's an interesting coffin with door, which means closing the lid here on something to open another. But there, anyone who tries to poo-poo what you think, say or do, literally slam them. Log of wood. Good job Wilma's not here because she'd say shank them. It's just a long-term joke we have with each other. You've got T here on the star. That is really lovely. And you've also got some scattered specks. Star is about dreams and wishes and putting things out to the universe. It's interesting because the specks here are coins, which would tell me, look at the blessings that you have is many. And coins here would tell me abundance coming for you this week. It's a lovely cup. So that probably does me for cups because I've got so much mess here around cups. But what else? I can show you some of my other toys. Hang on, I'll just get rid of these. Now, I'll mop up my mess because I have a lovely big mess. So that's K. And I've probably got time for, let's have a look at this, spinners. Winner, winner, chicken spinner. Now, what this is it's a bit like a chocolate wheel. And I've just listed these in the Etsy store only late yesterday, early hours, or the day before. And this here, it's laminated and it's on a thick pasteboard. And I've even got, whoops, upside down. I put a heart on mine so I know it's mine. It's got little felt feet there, and you can see the width of it, the ticker. It's nice and lightweight. And the way it's used is, this is great for party readings and anything for fun. And what we do is we spin, and what it lands on, we now use our charms. And I've got these options there with a charm kit if you want to buy a charm kit and that all as a bundle, because in any of the bundles you save 10%. And these are the charms that is bundled if you choose the charm option. So we've got here something landed on leisure and social life. So I'm actually just going to put you here, Mel, and then I'll go through at random. So leisure and social life, that's where we're looking at you for Mel. So sorry, I just grabbed. And when we are doing charm castings, don't grab a handful. You actually only need a pinch. So think of, I'll put them here so it's more visible. Think of a pinch of salt or herbs on your dinner, and that's all you need. So leisure and social life we're looking at here. Car here would tell me a busy social life because it actually means move, move, move. Umbrella here, it's actually a lovely sign with friends, because umbrella means you've got some beautiful protective friends and people that are close to you. Pipe here is maturity, so it would tell me again good mature people around you. It's interesting because pipe is often a masculine symbol. You've got here, and everyone says, what's that? I'll show you. It's actually the doctor's stethoscope, which tells me, not you, but leisure and social life here would tell me you've probably got a friend who is a little bit below par. The eye here would tell me it's your inner sight that is actually picking up on this. The mature would tell me not a young friend. It usually means somebody who's age appropriate. We also have the umbrella, which tells me protective, and I would look at that and say, you are protecting somebody that's in your friendship there. And it may be because they are a little unwell. So, oh yes, Andrea, I know you would miss using yours, darling. People who don't know, Andrea is a nurse, and well, she's not now, but she's still nurse. If I have something, I still say, Andrea, how do I fix this? So let's have a look, and we'll have some there. Lakia the Seer, let's have a spin and we'll see what you land on. Family, so it's to do with home and family. So what charms do we have for you? Okay, you've got hang on, I'll explain to you too. In my charm kits, I used to have gender symbols, and people get all confused with gender symbols. So what I did, hang on, I'll just bring these closer to screen. So in my charm kits now, we have a dress and shorts or jeans, what have you. The dress is female energy, the shorts is the male. And in this kit, it's shorts, and in the other charm kit, I've got a man's, like a Hawaiian shirt, and a lady's dress. So you've got the baby pram here and the scales. Okay. Now, these 4 charms, looking at family matters there, when you've got the lady and the male, now I'm not sure if you're partnered or you are not partnered, but there would tell me there is female energy and male energy within the home or family realm. You've got baby, which tells me something new that may pop up, and you've got the scales, which often means obligations. Scales is about balance and equality and what's fair, or you're not doing your share in matters. But there would tell me something that does pop up. It is small, and it is between lady and man. So you've got family matters there. So let me just scribble these down. I have so many new toys, and I'll be also listing up later even more new toys. Well, it's not new toys, it's new bling. So let's have a look. Cynthia Hargraves, let's see what you have on the spinner. You're on money matters. Yeah, it's just past the line, so it's to do with finances. So let me just have a look. My tea is getting low. Okay, so all right, 2. I like a couple more. Okay. Got that doctor's stethoscope, which literally means stay on the pulse. You've also got kisses, you've got the axe, you've got the fish, and you've got your candle. Interesting combo for money, because there would tell me literally keep your finger on the pulse. You've got kisses. Now, kisses is joy, but it can be don't be too frivolous, or something that passes very quickly. The axe here could tell me there's an unexpected expense this week. The candle again is illumination or light source, which again would tell me look at it, and it's often to do with the spiritual world. How fun is that? It's like you are buying heaps off me, which I know you already have. And you've got the fish, which in fish in general, yes, it is a beautiful good luck and abundance symbol, but there would tell me you have got an unexpected expense that you do need to look at. And like I said, don't treat it frivolous, look into it with a bit more depth of what you do. So the actual fish can involve other people because it's never singular. It usually is two or more. So you've got money matters this week, Cynthia. So let me have a look. So this spinner is so much fun for little things. Who about Elaine? Okay, let's have a look at Elaine. Hang on, put these charms in. So let's have a spin. Money, another money spin. There you go, Elaine. All about money. Sorry, I can hear lawnmowers now. It's not ours, it's house over the back. Because behind us, we've actually got acreage behind us. And if it's not lawnmowers, I hear sheep baaing. Used to hear chickens. So, and yet I'm in suburban Melbourne. Can you believe that? So, money matters for you, Elaine. You've got the mask, which literally means it's like rose-coloured glasses, as they say. And mask there would tell me face something. It's almost like rip off the Band-Aid and look at everything in its clear view. You've also got the skull, and skull is about headspace. Everybody sees it in a bad way. And look, skull is very negative, which would tell me, though, it's the negative headspace, not so much the actual losses, because you haven't come out here with the axe to say you are experiencing losses. You've got the little cannon. Bring this up here for you. It's his 3D. He's actually a little army tank, and a cannon would still mean, yes, be prepared, but it is looking again at more of the negative side. The actual drum kit, that's actually a drum kit like a band. Drum means listen intently, follow what it is or that rhythm within you. I'd look at that there and say, again, something that is unexpected, but you need to just be well prepared for it. So I hope that helps a little. And that's Lainey. And let me just have a look. One more. Let me have a look. I'm just going to scroll up and hit stop and see who I land on. Elizabeth Ryan. Now, let's see what your spinner lands. I can't believe it. Money again. It must be what Divine Interventions is telling us, to look at money matters. Oh, you even got money there. It's actually good to see that. These are great. So you've got the horseshoe. Oops, should be up that way. You've got the dollar sign, which is again about money. The bridge here, it's actually like the Golden Gate Bridge. The bridge here means start the journey. You're standing on one side of it, but you've got to connect the dots to get to the other side. It does mean you've started the path. You've started a path on money, and when I say a horseshoe, it means good luck and opportunities are available to you. The bells here would tell me where you're literally standing on your soapbox and crowing about it, because bells means public announcements to many people. It's a bit like on social media, if you put up a post and said, guess what, guys, I'm doing XYZ. Bells is a shout out. And there would tell me you are doing something around money and a shout out that will be very fruitful for you. Don't look at it as an obstacle. You've started something, continue to do it. So I hope that helps everybody. And I thought I would just jump on in my pajamas to say good morning on a Sunday. It's lovely and sunny here, and I hope you're not hearing that lawnmower screaming in behind me. The cups, if you are wanting a cup, please send me an email, and I'm just going to put my email up there. T, oh hang on, not a capital, T with Karen, because my name is spelt, looks like Karen, and lots of people often refer to me as Karen or even Corinne, but I'm just a plain old Karen. And Karen name cops so much of a beating these days. And I've got that awful Jessica Coffey, and I hope she's still there, who keeps sending me privately, all these Karen memes, and I tell you, Jess, you're lucky I'm not lived by, I'll shank you. So yeah, poor name Karen gets a beating. This is our beautiful vintage pink cup. This is a one only. The beautiful blue, and I'll clean that off the saucer. That is a blue lusterware, again dripping in 24 karat gold. The pink, this is again a beautiful Asian inspired one that's got like the pink and the blossoms and so on. With that, and I've got a very unique, it's an unusual cup. You either love it or you hate it. And it's funny because you might look at it in one way and say, oh my God, that's so gaudy. But it's so unique. Look at the roses just popping out. I'll hold my hand up. So they're 3D and they're all China. And they're all China 3D on the actual saucer as well. So there is only one of those as well. And where am I? There, I've got my lovely pink spot, and that's pink polka dot. And there you have it. So thanks for stopping by, everybody. All teacups go out with a gold spoon. So there you have it. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. And yes, you've got the matching one. Yeah, I did have the children's cup. Yeah, Connie, I haven't got the rose tea up on the website as it's single because of during COVID. Australia Post, who is our main shipping agent here or shipping service, they are not allowing me to send flat rate letter services because if they did, it's cheap to post. It's only like $3.20, but they are not allowing it because of COVID at the moment. So unfortunate, but yeah, that's just what Australia Post doing, and it's what's happened to us all with this rotten COVID virus. So I really hope that none of you have been touched by this awful virus, and if you have, I hope you are now looking into wellness for you and your loved ones. So thanks for joining me, everyone, and bye for now.